Hey, it's John again, and I'm back with the next step in the website creation process. So this is actually one of the fun steps. This is the one where you pick a theme, which is going to dictate what your website looks like. Okay, so we've got a few different options here. One is the free option. So there are a bunch of free themes that you can get through WordPress, and you'll want to go to wordpress.org/themes. We'll include that link at the bottom of this video and then also in the email that we send out. A couple things to keep in mind when you're looking at the free themes is they won't come out looking exactly like they do here, and I'll explain why that is in a minute. I'll go in the back end and show you that. And then the other thing to keep in mind is some of these themes are free. It's like a freemium model. So they're free, but then if you want additional features, like the free version comes with basic, pretty basic stuff. And then if you want additional features, you have to pay for them. So for instance, if we look at Astra here, it doesn't mention that up front, or it's not clear here. But if we type in is Astra free, we'll see that it's got a basic version, which is free, but then the pro version, which has some additional settings and features, is $59. So if you're going to pick a free theme, you may want to just do a little bit of research and just find out, okay, does that have everything you want in terms of the features? This Elementor, there's a cost to that. So yeah, if you're going to pick a free theme, you just want to make sure that it's actually free, and that it's not going to cost you. It's not going to end up not having the features you want, and then you've got to pay down the road. Okay, so yeah, this is where you'll go, and then once you've picked the theme that you like, you can just go in and copy the link and send it to us, or just send us the name of it. Either one's fine. Okay, then the second option is which is both a theme, but it's also a page builder. And I'll get into what that is and why that's important in a minute. So Divi has a lot of premium, hundreds and hundreds of premium themes, and you pay a fee with Divi, it's a price of $89 per year, and that includes all of their themes, all of their pages, all of their tools. So it's actually a really good price, and most of our clients go with that option just because it ends up saving you time in terms of laying it out. So we'll lay out the first version for you, whether you go with free or go with Divi. But down the road, it's going to be a lot easier for you to make changes, add pages, add features, and all that sort of thing. You're going to have a lot more options for features as well. Divi's also awesome because it's mobile friendly, which is great. So you don't have to give too much thought onto how it's going to look on a phone or an iPad. It'll just end up looking good in most cases without having to do anything different. So just to give you some options, there's a bunch of themes that we can see here. But if we look, for instance, at e-commerce, they've got some really awesome options for themes if you want to have a store, for instance. So here we'll look and see, well, here, I'll just click a live demo, just so you can see an example of what one of these pages looks like. And the nice thing about Divi, with regular themes, like if you go with a free theme, it just includes sort of the fonts and everything, but you really need to lay it out yourself. And if you want to create a new page, you've got to lay that out from scratch. Whereas Divi actually comes preloaded with these pages. So it makes all this stuff super simple. So if you want to have a store within your site, for instance, it's really easy to upload the product photos, all that layout's there in terms of just enter your price and you're good to go. So yeah, you can see that the quality of theme and then the layouts are pretty impressive with Divi, which is why it's the highest rated theme and page builder for WordPress for good reason. And then they've also got 24/7 support, which is great. If you have any questions or you're having trouble making a tweak, you don't need to hire a developer for that. You can actually do it yourself. And yeah, you can talk to their support and they'll get back to you right away. The third option, which is also paid, would be doing something like 99 Designs. So there are a couple websites which we recommend, 99 Designs being one of them. Another one is CrowdSpring, which is really good. Now, this I would only recommend if you're an established business and you have income already, because you'll see for landing page is just one page, and is usually associated with a sales funnel. So when you look at web page design, you're starting at $599, and it actually goes up pretty quickly from there, $549 to $3,000. So they do get pretty expensive, but if you have an established business and you're making pretty good income, then that is one viable option. Just please realize if you do use this option, if you give us the files, we might be, it depends on the complexity of the design. We might be limited with the time that we have in order of getting all the pages laid out. So just please do keep that in mind. Okay, so if you're interested, well, actually, I'll sort of go over and show what the difference is when I talk about page builders. What's the difference between having a page builder and not having a page builder? So I've got two WordPress sites set up right now. This first one is a free theme. So this is this theme right here, and I've got that activated right now. So if we go to pages, and WordPress comes loaded with a sample page, so we'll view that page here. And so this is what it actually looks like. So when they say theme, it comes with the fonts and the colors, but you've got to really add your own content. You've got to add your own menu, all that sort of stuff. So the themes don't quite look like, when you load them, they don't quite look like they do here, because it's just, these are just examples. So here's our sample page, but if we go back here, and now I've downloaded this other theme, this next one, Moscow, which is another popular theme. I've downloaded that, and now if we activate that, and we go back to our page, this is how it looks here, and this is how our sample page actually looks. So it's got, you'll see it's got the same fonts, and here we'll go in here. It's got the same fonts, and if we created a menu, it would look the same. The menu would be up here and would be in the same font. But as you can see, without the photos and everything formatted in the same way, it doesn't look quite the same. So just so you're aware of those expectations, you'd have to have that content, you'd have to have those photos to have it come out looking the same. And that's fine. Like if you have content, we can get a certain amount of content loaded in the base pages. So we can get your main page, your about us, your contact page. If you've got a blog, we can get some blog articles loaded in, and that'll start filling out. But just realize that this is the starting point. If you're starting with a free theme, it's pretty bare bones until you start getting content loaded in. And even still, like you've got to have an eye for design to get it actually to look like it does here in the example. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. However, now when we talk about page builders, we go over here and now we've got a site set up with Divi. So you'll see pretty quickly what the difference is. So if we want to add in, so okay, if we go over here and we want to add in a new page, this is, I've just gone back to our free theme here. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You've just got your title and then you've got a blank space. So again, so you would go and set your featured image here, you would select your category, add your tags. So it's really basic, and it's got a learning curve to it to turn this into something like this. So just realize, like, as you're adding content, you're really starting with a blank slate. And that can be intimidating for a lot of people for good reason. And it can also, even if you know what you're doing, it can also take a lot of time to get the layout right. Okay, so now we've got an example of Divi. If we go to add in a new page with Divi, you'll see what the difference is when I talk about Page Builder. So here it's got that same blank page, except now we select use Divi Page Builder. And here you'll see we have a few options: build from scratch, choose a pre-made layout, or clone an existing page. So we'll go here and choose a pre-made layout, which is the easiest option. Okay, so let's say, for instance, we like the look of this website, so we decide we want to use this one. Okay, so now we can go and use this layout, but hold on, I'll show you what their pages look like. So you can select this page, and it will already come preloaded with all of this content and this exact layout. So it just makes it way easier to select what you want, and then you just have to make a couple tweaks, put your own information in there, and you're done. So you can see why this is way quicker than it is using a free template and the starting point you start with there. So one of the really nice things about Divi is not just that the pages, it comes preloaded with awesome looking websites and pages that you can just start with, and it's really quick to modify, but you can actually add in other tools. It comes loaded with tons and tons of different tools, and they're super easy to load. So you can see here you've got maps, you've got essentially anything you could want. Video is super easy to throw in if you want to throw in a testimonial. So we'll just hit bar counter here, for example. So yeah, if you wanted to have a progress bar, it's that easy. Or let's see what else as an example. If we wanted to have let's put in a countdown timer. Yeah, so if you want to have a countdown timer for some reason, like you're counting down to a sale or you're counting down to a webinar, it's that easy to put in. And then you just go here, you select the day and the time, and you're good to go. Okay, so yeah, that gives you a bit of an idea of what the difference is between having a real page builder within WordPress and then just having a blank or having a template that doesn't come with a page builder, and then using WordPress in essence as the page builder. Okay, so if you are interested in using Divi, this is an affiliate link that we sent you, so just be aware of that. Again, we make a small commission just for referring you to them. If you do sign up through the Divi affiliate link, we'll be able to provide you extra hours of website customization, just because that'll help us cover some more costs of the developer's time. Okay, so if you do want to sign up for Divi, you just hit pricing here. You can go down here, yearly access. So it's $89 a year. Again, it's 100% risk-free because it's got a 30-day money-back guarantee, and we'll have the site done before then. So if for any reason you're not happy with it, you can go and get your money back. So you just fill out your information here. And then when you register, just hold on to the email address and the password that you registered with, because we're going to need those in one of the next steps, just to allow us to go into your account and then download the theme files and connect your account with WordPress using the API key. And then we'll be good to go. We can start building. If you do decide you want to go with a free theme, that's no problem at all. Just let us know the name of the theme or send us a link. Yeah, and then we'll get started on getting your website set up, getting the main pages loaded, and then getting content loaded in if you have it. Okay, great.